I want to give you the 3 reasons why Allen is one of the best cities to live in and 3 reasons why people don't move to the city of Allen. And if you stick to the end, I'm going to show you my thoughts of whether you should move to Allen or not. The very first pro of Allen has to do with its school district. A lot of families, they want to move to Allen because of Allen ISD. It's really popular. Allen High School, if you don't know, is a very, very big high school, and it is top notch. It is ranked really high, not just in the Dallas area, but also the whole state of Texas. It is a very big school, and not just Allen High School, but also the elementaries. The middle schools here in Allen are top notch. If you're thinking of moving to Allen, or maybe not just Allen, you want to move to a different suburb or anywhere in Dallas, you can call, text, email me whenever you want. I'm happy to help you move to the Dallas area. So a lot of these families, they will move to Allen because of the school district. Maybe they got their companies relocate to this Dallas-Fort Worth area, then they're like looking for places. And one of the main reasons why they like Allen is because of the school district. The second pro of Allen has to do with its location. Allen is in a really good location right above Plano and south of McKinney. So it's kind of like in the middle, and it goes kind of to the west of the 75 and also goes to the east of the 75. So it really depends where in Allen you live in, but really for the most part, Allen is just in a great location. A lot of times you're going to be driving on that 75 freeway, which is not a toll, but the downside of 75 is it gets really congested, just to give you that heads up. But if you live kind of on the north side of Allen, then you do have that 121 toll that you can take, and that can kind of course, add up on your toll bills. But of course, it's convenient because if you want to take the toll, you can. But if you don't have to take the toll, you just got to go down the 75 freeway down to like the Plano area or downtown Dallas, then that is good in itself. And so the location in Allen is really good because you have access to the freeway 75 as well as toll 121. And so because of both accesses, you have direct access to a lot of places that you want to go to. Now, the city of Allen, like I said, is south of McKinney and north of Plano. Plano is in a really good area. McKinney depends where you live in the city of McKinney because it can be pretty far if you live like really north of McKinney location wise. But Allen, just generally speaking, is in a prime location because it's just north of Plano, and Plano, if you know, is in a great location. So Allen, I think you have great school district and you have a great location, which makes the city of Allen a great city. The third pro of Allen has to do with its numerous attractions. There are a number of things to do here in the city of Allen. For example, you have Allen Premium Outlets, and that is a very big outlet here in the DFW airport. Another big outlet here in this area is called Grapevine Outlet. And here in this North Dallas area, you have Allen Premium Outlet. So a really big outlet that a lot of people will go shopping. Not just that, just south of the outlets, you have the Village at Allen. And the Village at Allen has a lot of things to do, a lot of places to eat, a lot of shopping. And then you also have south of that, Waters Creek. That's a really nice area where kids can just like run around, a lot of places for kids to just kind of play and a lot of walking, like an outdoor shopping center. And then you also have a lot of other places to eat. So the Waters Creek is a really nice place. And then you have a new place called The Hub. The Hub is on 121. So the 3 places that I mentioned are on basically close to the 75 freeway. And then on the 121, you have a place called The Hub. The Hub is kind of an outdoor area, not kind of an outdoor, it is an outdoor area with nice restaurants as well. And then there's like in the middle, you have like this green grass area for kids to run around. And sometimes they have like this big screen TV that they just show movies, and just a lot of fun here in Allen. So for a suburb, there are numerous attractions. So if you ever come to Allen, these are places you want to visit. Now that you know the pros of the city of Allen, let's talk about the cons. The very first downside of Allen is that the house prices are fairly high. They're not cheap. They're more expensive than McKinney. So if you're looking for more of an affordable home where Allen is a bit too expensive for you, then you can go just north of Allen, the city of McKinney. Again, if you want to move to the city of McKinney or any suburb here, you can call, text, email, whatever you prefer. I'm happy to help you move to Dallas area. So McKinney is another suburb where a lot of people move to. And Allen, for people who say, you know what, house prices are okay for me, then they will move to the city of Allen. But for some people, they're like, you know what, it's a bit too high. Maybe not as high as Frisco, but higher than McKinney. That's where the downside is. Okay, house prices are a bit more expensive because it's gone up quite a bit in the city of Allen because of all the attractions here in Allen, also because of all the development that has happened. Now you gotta realize that back then, when you talk about an outlet, you're talking about like somewhere really far. And so Allen Premium Outlets was really far. Think about it. Outlets are far. No one really kind of, in a sense, lives there, but because of all the development, the outlets is like in a city, in a popular city. That's how much Allen has developed, and so house prices have gone up quite significantly here in the city of Allen. The second con of Allen is that there is, as of now, really only one public high school, and that is Allen High School. Now, I mentioned that the school district in Allen is really top-notch, and that is a pro, but the con of this is that because there's only one public high school here from like 10 to 12, but really like 9 to 12th grade, the con is that it is really crowded and really competitive. There's a lot of pressure for some students because think about it, when you're competing against all these other students, you're gonna feel a lot of pressure as a student. This high school has like roughly about like 7,000 students. So we're talking about a couple normal, typical, average high schools in America. Few of them just kind of joined together and just all in the city of Allen, or all in Allen High School, because there is only really one high school. So for some people, this is kind of a pro because some people say, you know what, that's great because being in such a big high school gives us a lot of opportunities for the kids. They get a lot of opportunities. They get to meet so many people. They have a lot more connections, a lot more networking as they grow older. But for some people with all that pressure, because it being such a big school, they can never reach that kind of, top ranking within themselves. They feel like, man, this is just too much pressure for me. I don't like it. And so it can be very overcrowded. You don't get to really know a lot of the students because there's just so many students. So that can be a con in and of itself. So Allen High School is a very highly ranked high school, but the downside is that it is really crowded. The third con of Allen has to do with is weekend crowds. What am I talking about? I'm talking about like the Allen Premium Outlets gets jam-packed during the weekend. So if you live on that street of the outlets, then you're kind of in trouble, but it's not like too bad where like you have to like avoid that street, because it's just really like one lane where everyone's kind of parking, besides like Black Friday, right? Holiday season shopping, that's a different story. But on the weekends, a lot of people are just kind of driving on that one lane and trying to enter into the outlets, whereas the other lanes, people are just, driving by. So that's okay, but it's still a weekend crowd where a lot of people are coming to the outlets during the weekends, not on the weekdays, obviously. And then also, like for example, Waters Creek, a lot of people will hang out on the weekend. So it gets really jam-packed during the weekends. And of course, on the weekdays, a lot more parking spots available, a lot more space in that area. But on the weekends, it can get really jam-packed. So that's kind of the downside. Also, it can get really, like I said, congested, trafficy on the 75. So while on the weekend crowds you have that, you also have like a lot of traffic, a lot of congestion on the 75 during rush hour. And that's the downside of the city of Allen. But of course, you don't have to pay toll. So that's the great thing about the 75 freeway. So what are my thoughts of the city of Allen? I think Allen is a great city to live in. Why do I say this? Because yes, home prices are a bit higher, but you are getting some newer homes in the city of Allen. And on top of that, you get location. You cannot beat location. I'm a huge fan of location because it's going to save you time, and time is money, right? So I'm a huge fan of location. So therefore, I think Allen is a great city. Even though if the houses cost a bit more, hey, you save time, you have direct access to 75, you have direct access to the 121. And so Allen is a great city. If you have kids and you're contemplating about, is this going to be a too much of a competitive environment for them to go to Allen High School, then that's something you may want to consider. My personality is like, you know what? I would have love a 7,000 population high school because that would have given me a lot of opportunities growing up. And so it just really depends on the personality. And if your personality is okay with that kind of big high school, then I think Allen is a great city to live in. So if you're thinking moving to the city of Allen or any other cities in this area, feel free to call, text, email, whatever you prefer. I'm happy to help you move to Dallas, Texas. If you like this video, make sure to click that like button. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.